Hello again. Welcome back to the number 2 or second series of silver. Maybe we can loosen up a little bit on this one, have a little bit more fun, talk a little about a few more things before I break into some more of the facts, the hard facts, and some of the reasons that I believe that there's going to be a mass exodus to silver before we know it. So not sure if I'm going to get it covered in this video or not, but because there's a lot of interesting facts about actually obtaining silver, like I talked about in the last video, what kinds of silver to buy, maybe what kinds of silver to not buy. So I want to get into some of those things. Right off in history, the U.S. government came and seized gold. Okay, there's a misconception. This happened in 1933. There's a misconception that they seized all gold, but it was only like that dime that you see in front of you, or that quarter that you see in front of you. There's actually two dimes. There's a mercury dime and a quarter. Again, 1964 or older, folks, look in your change. Look through your drawers. Okay, it's out there. Sometimes you can find one if you get lucky. Life is timing sometimes these days. Well, life is kind of all about timing, so you better pay attention to the timing. But again, silver, what kind of silver to own? But these type of silver is what they, or actually the gold is what they came after back then. And what they came after was any U.S. minted gold pieces. If they ever did a surrender of silver, it would be the same way. They wouldn't be able to take that beautiful Clinocchio coin in the middle, which is actually, it is a silver coin. Okay, don't own a lot of coins, don't own a lot of silver, but that's one that I had to have. Okay, they didn't come take that one. That other Sunshine Silver Mint, there's Silver Town. There's a bar back in there. Do you want to buy bar silver? Again, I want to cover these things before this video closes out. So they didn't take those items. I'm not saying that they wouldn't this time. I'm just making you aware of the facts, because there's some misconception on the gold seizure in America. So I live in this Babylon that we live in here, and I'm just trying to give you the real facts. This is Truth Viral, and I'm not here to give you fear porn or lie to you. These are the facts as I've researched them, and will answer to the Most High if I mislead anybody down the wrong track. So that's not what I'm here to do, and I am accountable for what I am doing. I want to do this to try to help people. So look, there's some neat, coins I talked about. New numismatic value means the value over the weight of the coin, and if it was rare, that 1954 quarter is that only one that's got the D mark on it or some stupid thing like that, that makes it worth more. That's the new numismatic value. Okay, stay away from that stuff. You don't want that. Nobody's going to want that in the end. I talked about where to get it in the last video. If you don't know where to get it, start trying to find it now. Coin dealers, there's only probably a couple of them in your town. Silver's not easy to buy. I think they've done that on purpose. eBay and Amazon, some of the websites, internet sites, please do your homework. There's so much fakes out there coming from China right now. But what I recommend, okay, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Right now, the silver to gold ratio is 81. Again, I might have repeated myself. I'm going to keep doing it in these videos. Hopefully it'll get it through your heads out there in New Babylon, that it's time to react and just stop going along and to get along. So look, the 80-to-1 ratio, some people might and just go put all that money in gold, but when things break down, how are you going to spend that gold, and how are you going to spend that silver? So there's a term in the silver bugs, silver stackers, whatever you want to call people who collect silver. Again, I'm not rich, so I wish I could collect more, but but it's called fractional silver, and it's like that dime or that quarter that you see, you know, or that even that ounce, that coin. You know, why would you want to go buy a big bar of silver, even though it's a little cheaper per ounce? How are you going to spend that big bar, and how are you going to spend that ounce of silver, or excuse me, that ounce of gold, when things break down? You know, when you want some groceries and you put all your eggs in one basket, how are you going to buy a variety of stuff when you only have 1 or 2 gold coins? So please look at what I'm saying. You know, it makes common sense. This is simple math. You don't need a calculator to do what I'm, you know, to figure out what I'm telling you. So do want to show you in the back there, we got a 911. That's a 10-gram bar. Some people like bars. I thought those bars were neat, so I had to get one of those. And there's just a variety, but I would suggest you stay away from some of these other mintage that's just so odd. Stay away from some of the oddball stuff. Again, you're trying to collect the weight in silver, so I would stay with small, you know, small amounts. Again, don't try to put everything in all your investments in one place. And so please don't put them all in silver, okay? Find other things. Again, I said in the last video, you better have some food first. You can't eat silver, although it is an antibiotic, been used for thousands of years. Some of these coins here, like the US minted coins, can't be used, as you could break these other ones down as colloidal silver. There's such a huge shortage. I said it in the last, in the last video, the last 5 years, the demand has been higher than the production. There's a huge deficit. Not going to cover that in this one. We'll get to it, but please think about where you're going to get that silver. What do you own right now? What's in your house that you don't need? That silver's only under $16 an ounce right now. Gold's at $1,200, something like that, a little over $1,200 an ounce. Kitco, you can look at the spot price of silver. Mentioned that in the last video. Yes, I'm going to repeat myself in some of these videos. Hopefully I'm picking up maybe a subscriber or two, bringing some people along, hopefully touching, some minds here on what maybe I don't need those extra 2 or 3 quads or something like that. Maybe I should go take one of those and buy some silver, okay? And look, again, where are you going to go get it? When this happens, when people go buy silver, I told you, most people don't know where to buy it. I wouldn't suggest buying it from a pawn shop, although that they have it. Probably not going to give you the best rate. Probably not take the best place to take your silver when you're ready to sell it too, because I'm sure they're going to not give you really what it's, really worth. So please take a look at these things that I'm telling you. Fractional silver is huge. Buy this in small amounts that you can afford. Don't break the bank. Don't go selling everything you own to do this. Don't cause a bunch of red flags and alarms to go off. Buy this in small amounts where it's not affecting your family. Again, we don't eat the silver. We don't eat the gold, okay? Get the food first. Find a way to protect your investments. That's pretty important. I'm going to say that on every video, but please take a look at what I'm telling you on what I've put in front of you here. A lot of people are looking into ways to invest right now, scared where they put their money. We're like in the Depression where a bunch of people got money buried in the back of their yard. It's every paper currency in the history. The Chinese tried it first back in like 1145 AD. We've had anything from the greenback in America to, Germany's created all kinds of... This has been going on. Every paper currency in the history of man has failed, has gone back to zero. But precious metals, they're always going to be worth something. So hopefully these videos are informing you, bringing you along on where to put your money. Again, this isn't something you go buy and sell and try to make money so you go put a stereo in your car or something like that on. You put it away, you forget about it. It's a set it and forget it kind of investment. Protect it. Please be careful of the fakes. There's ways to test silver. You can test it. Silver is not magnetic, so there's magnet. That's a great way to test it. You can test it by weight. Generally, all ounces of silver should weigh exactly the same by whatever mint, whatever mint they are. That's another great way to, you could acid test them. That ruins your coin. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Canadian maples, that's another subject. You know, is Canadian government going to come confiscate your Canadian maples down here? That might be another great investment and way to stay away from confiscation. You know, be careful about, you know, again, how much you're buying. Those things will alarm people. But dude, please spread the word, man. I'd hate to see people get caught with their pants down. And there's so many people that think they're going to be fine that don't own not a scrap of silver. And when these things change and gold and silvers, someday paths cross, and maybe someday, because there really is less silver than there is gold, you know, available. So once people figure that out, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just told you the ratio. Should tell you how much it's worth. But my idea is right now you can go to these coin shops and buy these coins. Not every one that I have in front of you here, but probably most of them. And they'll sell you them for 15, 16, 17, few bucks over spots. So you're paying $18 to $20, probably tops. Not for every one of these, but, you know, walking out the door with, I know silver's going to go back down. Like, I know the stock market's going to hit 20,000, the Dow Jones, and everybody said, you know, it was going to tank. We're going to see it hit 20, and then it's going to drop. Okay, but silver is going to go down. I don't think we've seen the bottom. There's a lot of people that have said we have, and I'm not arguing with them. Everybody has their opinions like, well, we won't go there. So, look, I'm saying 10, 11, 7, 8, 5, 6, $7 silver. When you go to the coin shop, you think you're going to be able to buy any? It's hard to buy it now. So wake up, Babylon. Come on, man. You know, please be aware again, the Most High, you know, the Mashiach, his son, was sold here on this planet for 30 pieces of silver. And money is the root of all evil. But you need to prepare your family for what is to come. Keep some paper currency around. Maybe you needed to wipe your, or start a fire or something. But please be aware that you can get silver at this point in time, you know. But look, people don't even have any idea about the history of it. They don't know anything about silver. You know, just to let you know, I mean, to give you a couple facts before I close it out. I might as well throw a few facts at you, right? Okay. Only 35% of the silver comes from pure silver mines. All this other silver is a byproduct of mining copper and zinc and you know, these other metals and iron and such. You know, you don't just go find generally nuggets of silver like you find gold. Okay, it's a byproduct of mining. And recently we just had Peru, or like a bunch of flooding. That's a big, you know, I'm going to talk about my next video, try to talk about actually where all this, you know, who's the biggest producers and where it comes from and percentages. But look, there's just a minimal time before I believe that things are going to switch. Get to the exit before everybody else does, please. I want people, I hate to see people get caught with their pants down. I don't want to see anybody die. I don't want to see anybody hungry. I don't want to see anybody go without. That's why I do these things. I'm led by the Most High, and so he puts these videos with me together. I know that money's evil, but you still need to put oil in your lamps. There were 10 virgins and only 5 were wise. So I warn you, trim off in your life what the Most High does not want you to be doing. Listen to your Holy Spirit inside you. And quit doing those things that are evil, Babylon. Come away from your evil. Take a look at your family. You're supposed to be supporting them. Do something about it now, because if you're one of those people that gets caught with your pants down, I warn you. These things are not going to be easy in times to come. But this video wasn't supposed to be doom and gloom. It's not fear porn. It's all about being prepared. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So thank you so much for watching Truth Viral Television. Again, I'm TV, the host of Truth Viral Television, where the truth goes viral. Thanks again for watching.